Alright y'all, so I'm back because I decided to do a quick story time. I hope it is quick, but I went and grabbed me some ice cream just in case it does get a little longer than it's supposed to. But I just felt in what is that word I'm looking for? I just felt like super enthralled or super impulsed, or I don't know what the word is I'm trying to say, but I felt the need to come on camera real quick and just chit chat about something that I just watched that deeply resonated with me. Yet again, another deeply resonating situation that I watched that pertains to my life, y'all. So I watched the episode of College Hill with Jocelyn and Amber Rose fighting. Okay, they were fighting about pretty much like what they identified as and what the other thought that the other person should identify as, and you know, calling the other person like not being proud. Like, okay, so Jocelyn pretty much told Amber Rose like, you're obviously not proud to be black because you keep saying like you're not, you know, good enough for black people and you're not good enough for white people. So obviously you're a black woman, so you need to choose blackness and let all that other stuff go and stop feeling like a victim. You feel? That's basically what Jocelyn was telling Amber Rose. But Amber Rose was basically saying like, you can't tell me how to feel. Like, you cannot take away that experience from me that I physically had, where white people don't accept me and black people don't accept me, and I'm just in the middle trying to figure this shit out. So for the record, most of y'all know I'm not mixed. I'm just a light-skinned black girl, okay? I'm just a light-skinned black person. Both of my parents are black. My daddy was just, you know, he was light-skinned. And I came out looking the way that I look. But my entire life, y'all, my entire life, even somewhat now, I have always been put in that position where I have never felt like I was good enough for black people or good enough for white people. So I definitely feel where Amber Rose is coming from, because people put this like, people put their own spin on you just from the way you look. And they figure, well, you don't look black, but you don't look white either, so we're just going to throw you somewhere in the middle and you just go swim and figure it out. We're going to throw you in the deep end and you just figure it out by yourself. So I struggled a lot, especially like growing up, like in grade school, middle school. A lot of the black kids made fun of me because of the way I looked. They assumed I was biracial, which I was not and am not, but they pretty much threw me away because of the way I looked. And they assumed that I thought I was better than them. They assumed that I thought I was smarter than them, prettier than them, which is very much third world problems, but I'm just, you know, speaking on what I've experienced, okay? They pretty much thought that, you know, I didn't want to be black, which I don't know why. Kids are just so cruel, y'all, and they really just like take whatever they can and put their own spin on stuff. So at that point in my life, I was like, well, if the black kids don't want to hang out with me, then I'm gonna go hang with the white kids, which worked out for me for a very long time. So I had a lot of white friends for a very long time, and I was in white spaces for a very long time. But then that started to get uncomfortable, because you start understanding as you get older the little hints and the little stares and the little, well, you know, the little smart comments. Well, you don't act black, you don't act like them, so you're cool. And it's like, well, what the fuck that's supposed to mean? Like, that's not cool either. But for a while I dealt with that because I didn't have nobody else to be friends with. So I dealt with those little words and those little phrases and stuff like that, because I'm like, I don't have nobody else, so what am I gonna do? Just not have friends? And at that young of an age, you want to be accepted and you want to be in those circles. So I dealt with it for a very long time. Or, you know, they're touching my hair. Oh, you don't have regular black girl hair. what does that, like, what is that? Like, that is so weird. Okay, so like I said, you dealt with that for a little while, and then so after like maybe 7th, 8th grade, I got tired of dealing with that, and I got tired of being called a wannabe, because now like the black kids are still making fun of me. Oh, you're a wannabe, you want to be white so bad, you want to hang out with so and so, you listen to Britney Spears, you want to be so smart, you want to be this, you want to be that. So 8th, 9th grade year, I started hanging around with more black people. I started finding my own little clique of black people who accepted me for the way that I am, that thought I was cool, that thought I was funny and stuff like that. So I started hanging out with black people. I pretty much threw my white friends to the side, and I was like, all right, you know, I done found my space in my community, and that felt so good. But I still ran into a bunch of problems within the black community of people shunning me and people still not feeling like I'm black enough. So I just feel like that's so crazy that in the black community, like, we still to this day, apparently from watching that episode of College Hill, like, you still have people to this day that think that way about light skin or mixed people. But like I said, I'm not really speaking on mixed people because I don't have that experience, but I see it so much with within the black community of people just putting down light skin because of the stereotypes of what they think and what they've seen over the years, where you think you're better than me, you think you're prettier than me, you think you all that because all the dudes want to talk to you, you look exotic, you look like this, you look like that. But we got to remember where all this shit even started from. It started probably even before slavery, but it became more prevalent within slavery, where they did that specifically to pit us against one another. And damn it, it's still working to this day. That fight on national television proved their point. It proved to me that colorism is still alive and well. It is still working. And it is still further dividing the black community, just as it was back during slavery. And we are allowing it to still work. And that is insane to me, y'all. That is insane. Like, I've been in multiple situations where I'm like the only light-skinned person within the group. Everybody else, of course, is darker than me, brown skin, chocolate, beautiful. But I'm the only light-skinned person. And they will all look at me like, why are you here? Like, why do we do that, y'all? Like, I wasn't raised that way, and I never understood that, and I don't understand why we continue to pit these stereotypes on people before you even get to know them, y'all. Like, I have probably lost out on so many friendships because of that particular reason. And like I said, even to this day, like, I'll go somewhere with my husband or with my mom, and both of them are darker than me, and they will look at us like we are just the bottom of the earth, like the bottom of my shoe. Okay, they will look at us like, what are y'all doing together? Like, what are y'all doing? What's going on here? What's happening? And it's sickening, y'all, because black people will give us that look and white people will give us that look, and me and my mama will be like sometimes my mama will notice it first. She'll be like, did you see how that lady was looking at us? Or did you see how that man was looking at us? And it's ridiculous. Or I've even had this happen to me before. Like, I'll be in a space with black people and I'm the only light skin, or there's maybe a couple of us that are light skin. And the minute I start speaking on that particular topic, or if I'm speaking on something that pertains to blackness, like whether it be black history or just anything black, they'll look at me like, girl, what you know about that? You don't know nothing about that. What you know about that, girl? What you know about that, Brandy? It's like, bitch, I'm black too. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, I was raised in a black household. I was raised in a black neighborhood. I went to public school, raised in black everything. I was immersed in black everything. I love black history. I love knowing my black history. Like, I probably know more than you. But because of my skin color, because of the tone of my skin, you don't think that my voice is valid. So when does my voice become valid? That's my main question. At what point does my voice become valid within the black community then? Because I've experienced trauma, I've experienced hurt, and so have you. And we're both black. So why can't we come together and allow that to bring us together so that we can become even more powerful? Like, what is that? And I've been watching a lot of podcasts which have been pissing me off because they completely omit the light skin voice. Like, oh, the tragic mulatto, the tragic light skin. Oh, you've never experienced any type of hurt or pain because all you've heard all your life was that you're pretty. All you've heard all your life was that, you know, you think you're all that. Like, you've never experienced racism. And even if I haven't, let's say I have not experienced racism, and let's say that is all that I've ever experienced was that. Is that okay though? Because if I'm not accepted by anybody, then where does that leave me? If my own people don't accept me and the white people throw me away because they know I'm not white, so where do I go? Where do I go? What do I do? Isn't that a valid question? Like, what do I do? So you just want me to shut up and be quiet and just not partake in anything and just go find my own lane with a bunch of light skins, and then if I do that, then I'm wrong. So shouldn't there be an equal part? Shouldn't there be equalness within the community? Because yet again, like I said, I'm not biracial. I'm not quadroon, octoroon. I'm not mulatto. I'm not none of that. I am a black woman. So people who look like me and have the same genetic makeup as me, that don't have that have two black parents, what you want them to do? Not say nothing? Not be involved in nothing black? That's wild to me. That is crazy. So I don't have a voice. I can't speak on colorism. I can't speak on racism. I can't speak on black issues. So where that leave me at, y'all? Where that leave me at? So I definitely can understand why Amber Rose felt the need to get up and fight Jocelyn, because it's like, how you gonna come tell me? I've been hearing this shit all my life, and here we are grown as hell, and you still like telling me what I am and omitting me out of the conversation like I don't matter? That's not right. That's not right. You're doing to me what the white man is doing to you. Does that make it right? It don't. It does not. And a lot of people I've heard in these little podcasts, they try to make it seem like, well, the light-skinned person's opinions don't matter because they really haven't experienced trauma, and it's really not about you. It's about the darker skin, because they receive more racism, they receive more injustices, and I can agree on that. When it comes to racism, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I've ever experienced true like racism. I've gotten dirty looks, I've gotten you know, in, like I told y'all, with bullying and things like that. Like, I've experienced that type of stuff where I just get omitted completely. Like, it's not about me at all. You go over there. I don't know what you are, so you just go over there. That's what I've experienced, which to me is still valid. It may not be as on a higher scale of what you've experienced, but that doesn't mean that I've never experienced anything and that I can't speak on nothing. Like, that's just not right. That's just not right, y'all. So I don't know, that was my little rant for the night. And y'all let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on this topic. Like, I really would like to have a true healthy dialogue on this with someone, maybe like my sister or one of my friends or something. Like, I don't know, like I really would want to continue this conversation and get someone else's opinion on why or why not the light skin continues to get like shunned away. And another part of it too, I think, because back in the day a lot of light-skinned people really connected with each other, I guess because they felt the same way. Like I'm not gonna say I feel like that now, but you know, back when I was feeling that way. Because right now I don't care, I could care less. I know who I am, I know what I want, I know what I've experienced, I'm comfortable in that, and I'm cool with that. You feel what I'm saying? But back in the day, a lot of light-skinned people, they created their own communities because they felt like they could not go in the white spaces, they couldn't go in the black spaces, so they created their own. Ain't that what you're supposed to do? I mean, to a certain extent, but like I said, it's like we're not listening to each other. I think if we really communicated with each other for real and listened, we could have been on a whole nother level. Even from back then, we could have been creating even bigger black spaces. You feel what I'm saying? But you had so many of them back then who was trying to pass for white because they didn't want to deal with the racism. They didn't want to deal with the injustices, and they probably weren't accepted in the black spaces. So it's like, shit, if I can pass, let me just go pass and go live my life. Which I don't necessarily agree with, because I don't think I would have been able to handle that lifestyle. You gotta literally like forget who you are and where you come from, and I don't think I could ever do that. I love my people too much. I love my black people and my family too much to do that. But I mean, I get it. I could understand why one would do it, but I don't think that's something I could do. But anyway, yeah, y'all, these little podcasts be getting on my nerve. They get on my nerve, just completely like forgetting about me. And I don't think I've ever heard like a podcast, like they always be interviewing like not light skin, they always interview biracial people, and I'm like, but what about the light skinned people, like the black people, true black people, two black parents who don't look black? What is their experience? You know, I would love to be on a podcast or and share that experience with somebody, because y'all, like when I tell y'all, like I said, just from the little bit I've shared earlier, I've heard way worse from white people. I've heard way worse from black men. Black men are disgusting. I love y'all black men, but some of the stuff y'all be saying to get with a light-skinned girl or somebody who's exotic or whatever, y'all, the stuff I've heard is literally disgusting. And I would totally share that on a podcast or like a show or something, because it's like it needs to be talked about, because we got problems, y'all. We still got problems, big problems within the black community that need to be fixed, because we still acting like we in 1844. We still butting heads with each other. It's crazy. We're still butting heads and still dismissing each other's feelings, what we've been through and all that stuff, and that's not cool, y'all. We got to do better as a people. We got to do better as a people. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. I hope y'all enjoyed my little rant. Make sure y'all comment down below. I think I said that already, but make sure y'all comment down below if y'all are interested, y'all experiences, y'all opinions, whatever. I'm always open to talk. I love having conversations with y'all. I thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe before you leave, and holla at me on all my social medias. I've been doing a lot on Snapchat, y'all, so y'all make sure y'all hit me up on Snapchat, Instagram, I've been forgetting about TikTok. TikTok, I don't know. TikTok getting on my nerve. But, well, I love you guys. And until the next video, peace.
Well,